Hello everyone, Multidark Samus here, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Apollo Justice. I swear I am only 1 minute late, that's impressive. Alright, so my usual disclaimer, get that out of the way. Any and all spoilers will result in an instant ban. That ban will be revoked at the end of Apollo Justice. Multi-offenders will be banned permanently, either until the end of the Ace Attorney series as a whole, or forever, depending on how I feel. I still haven't come up with a decision for that. So, recap. I finished a case, I started the last case, and I'm confused. And I left off on a huge cliffhanger. The artist who died for this case has... I can't remember what they're called. What is that layer under the... Anyways, there are pictures depicting each of the cases that I have solved so far. So you have the poker case, the noodle stand case, and the guitar case. I'm going to refer to all of them. And that is where I left off. Right after that, because I couldn't miss an opportunity. And believe me, it bothered me a lot. I loved it, but at the same time, I absolutely have to know where this is going, and I think I get more pain than anyone else out of this. Yep. I mean, I guess that's a fairly good recap. I didn't do a very good recap of this case. Stops the music for a second. Is he your father? No. We don't know who he is. I have a feeling all will be revealed shortly. Loud. Well, that's funny. I was right at the end, too. But, still. I don't know, I guess stopping anywhere in the middle of a case could be considered a cliffhanger, but that was just too perfect of an opportunity. Well, didn't she say something yesterday? Not much, but she said something. Oh, okay. I like her. I like her a lot. Oh, this is gonna be fun. And that's... I'm then reminded why I didn't want to continue. I thought I muted this. Alright, there, that's muted now. Okay then. I was going to say that. I'm so confused. And I have a feeling this is going to come up later on in the series as well, which is upsetting, to say in the least. Am I the only person who thinks that the judge is actually acting more intelligent this time around? Wouldn't he normally just be like, well, that doesn't make any sense? But no, now he's just like, oh yeah, poison on the rim. Makes perfect sense. So, are we judging solely on how people feel? Or based on evidence and feeling? What exactly is the goal here? Oh god, not the journalist. Let's just get this out of the way. What? That... What? Everything he says is dumb. Objection! I'm just gonna shout objection this entire time. That sprite there seems horribly inappropriate, but then it's not the worst thing we've had. You didn't do it, did you? I'm not having fun. So, we're just going to dismiss the fact that we're just going to dismiss it. He couldn't have poisoned him, because we said so, I guess. Do I dare press? I'm gonna press. I don't want to tuck this guy, but I'll press. I don't have any objections to this. Huh. I just want to state that, well, I wasn't really paying attention, so I don't know, but he said cuppa, and that means tea, not coffee, so, I don't know. That's what I was going to say, I just didn't. touch the coffee. It does matter. This is a tough one. Alright. I don't think we need to hear anything about the coffee. Well, we don't need to hear about his coffee. I don't think there's anything substantial there. Moment of Death and the reporter's coffee, however, both could yield something. I'm gonna press the first one. I don't want to be able to sleep. Really? He did an entire song on a poison. That's terrible. Alright, let's try this one. Yeah, I was kind of worried that there wasn't much to go off of here. I don't know what to do here. I'm going to look it over. But you're not dead yet? That doesn't help us! Oh my god, I thought this was going to be simple. This is... That's curious. Let me double check something. I don't know, I'm just gonna... I'm not really sure where I'm going with this, but one of these is bound to have a contradiction. I don't know. I I actually don't know. Am I gonna press here? But I really am at a loss right now. I don't see any contradictions. This is so dumb. This is just weird. Alright, so as I suspected, it is this. It has to be the moment of death. So I'm gonna skip ahead and tell him to add it. I will find a contradiction. Of course, it's very important. Oh shoot, nope, not what I want. Empty. Oh. I really don't know. I've looked over all my evidence. I don't see it. Of course not. It has to be the statement. There's no way it's any other statement. I don't know. Is it not this statement? Is it one of the other statements? This is just ridiculous! None of these contradict any of the evidence. But it has to be this statement. Like, the only thing I can think of is how would he know that it was death by poison, but I don't have anything to prove that. I can't. There's no contradictions here. There's absolutely nothing. It's gonna do something stupid here. Yeah, that figures. There's no contradiction. I'm absolutely 100% certain there's no contradiction here. There's no contradictions! stand by the fact that there are absolutely no contradictions here. I don't know. How the hell am I supposed to even remember any of this? Like... Can I get, like... Alright, so it paralyzes... It's very potent, and it paralyzes people. That's it. That's everything I know about it right now. What the hell? It won't even let me examine this. That's not helpful. Wait, what? Well, that's not helpful. The one thing that actually... Well, I guess there are two things in here that have poison. So it would have to be this. This is the only other thing that has the poison. I don't know. No. Probably not. I swear. Oh. Wait a minute. So this says slow acting deadly poison. But I fucking swear that Gavin outright said that it is very quick. Other than that, though, there's actually no evidence in here that outright tells you what the two defining characteristics are. Unless you're telling me that the two characteristics are deadly and slow acting, in which case it's not this statement, it's going to be one of these other ones, I think. God damn it. I don't like this case. Did I mix up the lethal dosage number and the actual, like... 'Cause this is just dumb. It's lethal at 0.002 milligrams. Wouldn't that be fast acting anyways? I mean, what the fuck? Because everyone wants you dead. Except me. Oh. Alright. Alright, splitting up these cases into multiple days does not work for me. I can't remember all the facts as it is. At least Apollo knows how to make it make sense. This is... It was you! I'm calling it. It was you. What did I notice? Can't I just... I mean, obvious first thing is I present the letter. How is that not a contradiction? It's not a suicide note. What? It would have been this. The only thing that would have made sense was if it was that. And if I used that, that would have made perfect sense. I do. How am I the only person who actually sees how this works? This case is fucking stupid. I hate Phoenix Wright. I hate them all. I'm going back to investigations. Wait, you're still giving the verdict, but... The... This is literally just conjecture. Which admittedly is what I spend half the time in these cases doing. But that evidence would clearly prove that he's wrong. I don't care if it's beneficial to my client or not. I'm not going to have you sitting here spouting lies and conjecture. That's not even fair. I am absolutely 100% standing by my contradiction there. And of course, as per usual, Ace Attorney can't be simple. It's not as simple as I have this evidence here. No. No, it's I have to press first. Because it's never as simple. I'm gonna quote him on that infinitely. For the rest of his life, I will quote him on that out of anger and hatred. And then I'm going to shoot him. God, I hate this. Well, it wasn't that statement. Oh. Really? That's the contradiction? I know what the letter says. I know that it's not a suicide note. But apparently this is the contradiction. No, it's the color of the envelope. For fuck's sake. No, you can't. Just shut up and die. That doesn't prove anything. I don't think it's possible, but I don't know why it's not possible. Oh. I'm dumb. How did I miss that? How did I miss the fact that it's... How did I miss the fact that it's addressed to himself? Can't I just object? Can he get all the penalty and be banned? I don't like this witness. I don't like this case. Probably true. But not in this case. Please give me access to the ring I want to perceive. Yes! I'm smart. Gotta be this statement. Maybe not. God, this is gonna be tricky. Or it's this one. It has to be this statement, though. So, what different? I guess I'll start pressing now? I don't know, I could have the wrong statement. I don't know exactly which statement it is, and I don't know what I'm looking for either. I think it's the statement, though. Look. doing? Look, the only other place is his hand. Unless he has some frickin' magical powers. But I have been watching his hand. I'm calling bullshit on this entire case. Look, it's either on his face or his hand. And neither of those are actually showing anything. Wait! I am unbelievably frustrated today. What are you talking about? Is that always a part of his sprite? So, I don't... I don't see it! I don't see it. I forgot to fix my YouTube description. I forgot I had YouTube open in the background so that I could fix that. For fuck's sake. I hate everything about this case and this stupid idiot of a witness. That's so freaking stupid. I believe it's this one. I see. Well, I see how it ties into the case 7 years ago. He poisons his pen to write reviews? I don't think solidity has to do with an elephant being able to stand on something. I think that's closer to something else I don't know the terms for. I don't want to keep doing this. I'm done. Ready to quit. I have a feeling that trump card is the poison thing. I shouldn't need... Nothing left that studio. Is it this simple? I mean, I don't see where this could possibly go. I don't think it's this simple. Yeah. Yeah, it's not that simple. This witness's statement is clearly faulty. Something left the studio. If I'm right in that theory, then I'm actually stupid enough to not have noticed the obvious piece of evidence. Okay, so I was close. God damn, I'm supposed to remember all of this. This changes everything. I think I need to press. Nope, pressing didn't do anything. Oops. Well, the coffee didn't kill him. Oh. Wait, what? No! I have an idea! But I don't have the evidence for it, so the idea can't be true, but I'm so lost! Of course it matters, why does it matter? Figure out why it matters, and I can't figure out why it matters. I'm running out of ideas. It has to be at this statement, right? Because this is the only thing that's changed. He wasn't poisoned by the coffee, I figured that much out. I know he couldn't have been poisoned by the coffee. The residue on the coffee cup has to have been put there off his lips, which means something else. And the only thing I can think of is he got poisoned when he sealed the letter. But I don't think that's going to be very helpful. There's poison on here, and I haven't figured out how that plays into any of this. But if the poison was already on his lips when he drank the coffee, then he wasn't poisoned. Of course you have to lick stamps. I don't know why that's obvious, but I can't figure out what piece of evidence supports that. Well, I don't have a stamp in my evidence. It's not that. See, the only thing I could think of is that this thing is 2 inches by 2 inches, which I think is actually bigger than a stamp. I did press! I pressed the statement! Or am I supposed to press some other statement? What the hell? I'm going to scream even louder. Then why is this statement added? What is the purpose of this statement? What is the purpose of any of this game? This is so fucking retarded. I pressed here, right? I'm sick of this case, and I literally just started it 50 minutes ago-ish to get into the part that I can't do this! Well, obviously she didn't say that. But that's not very funny. One of those candies might have been poisoned. Double penalty, of course, because why wouldn't you double penalty this? I'm pretty sure that was... I knew that, but I just don't know why I knew that. So, what? I mean, I figured all of this out. I have no proof! This entire time, I literally, like, I said I can prove it, and then he's just like, I don't have possibilities, I have evidence, but we still haven't even seen the evidence that I can't even guarantee exists. Except that I have a feeling that the tiny frame is used to store a stamp. Now, the one thing that bothers me about this is why the fuck would you put a stamp in a frame? I guess this makes sense, but the fact that I pressed to get this far is ridiculous. But why would there be a stamp in the... I can prove that there was another poisoned item. Oh, we're not actually getting a double penalty. Are stamps actually 2 inches by 2 inches? Because that seems kind of big. Oh. That makes more sense. See, I guess it kind of makes sense that you'd say that a frame is its actual size, which in this case it would make sense to be 2 inches by 2 inches. But at the same time, if you say it's a 2 inch by 2 inch frame, I'm expecting that the internal size is going to be 2 by 2. Not 1 by 1. So I stand by that confusion, but I still don't know why the hell there was a stamp in there. Commemorative stamp, which you suddenly decided to use for some reason. But why was it poisoned? Why was it in the frame? I don't even want to keep going. Perhaps someone who wanted to not get caught being murdering? Doesn't this happen all the time? I don't know. Oh, wait. The enclosed stamp. Hey, finally, I remembered something from one of my pieces of evidence. I hate this. Wow. But obviously, this letter is from 7 years ago. That is true. What the hell? Why did I see other Gavin? Guy whose name I used to know back at the beginning of the game. Oh, Kristoff. Oh, that's why. Let me guess, we searched the... So if the poison was in the frame in which the stamp was kept, then obviously there'd be poison residue in the envelope, so it would... Yeah. But wouldn't the poison detection spray kind of just disintegrate the envelope? You wouldn't really have an envelope afterwards. Huh. Oops, I forgot you have to click on it. Well, I guess... Because he knew! I don't actually know why. Oh. That would explain it, but it's... I don't like this guy. But it does make sense. Probably. He's a bad influence on all of us. think you're supposed to like him. I feel like you're not supposed to like most of the people in these games. Yep. I saw that as soon as he said he thought we won. We haven't gone to the jurist system yet. The judge cannot... Wait, hold on. I just want to point out something here really quickly. Gavin will only object to the judge handing out a verdict if Gavin doesn't get the guilty verdict. But if you get the defendant found guilty through losing all your points, no one objects and says, hey, wait, we are using the jurist system now. So, you know, thanks for that, Capcom. Thanks for the obvious inconsistency. There is. See, he caught on to what I noticed, which is, why would he do that? Why would he poison himself? I don't know. Alright, I now need to do a test. I need to get a poisoned stamp and put it in the oh wait, hold on. Maybe it doesn't need to be poisoned. But anyways, put it in a small frame and just leave it on my desk for 7 years. And in 7 years, I'll see if I remember exactly why I put it there. I guess it doesn't have to be poisoned for this. Would I remember? Maybe, it depends. Probably not. Depends on whether or not I continue going on with this series after I finish. Will I ever replay the game? Not this one. I can guarantee I'm probably never playing Apollo Justice ever again, at least not this case. Maybe the first 3, but probably never playing this case ever again. What if he was blackmailed? Or what if he has amnesia? I think we're still winning. No, I haven't. Well, we have proof that it did exist. Unless he would have used it. Let's not think why he would. Let's think why he had to. Alright. 7 years ago, we received a red envelope. There were traces of poison. Similar trace. It has to be Drew. Right? Alright. No! It is the red envelope. Of course! It's a fake! It's labeled 7 years ago. We're assuming that the stamp is from 7 years ago. What if it isn't? I think so.
Objection!
Wait, what? No, why would it be? Fine.
Objection!
I don't know. Okay, well, there's a slight change. I don't understand. I quit trying to understand. Well, we have the, cornered theme. I don't like him. It could be. I don't think it's that one. I don't think it's her, because that just seems like it would... Although... I see a mild similarity between those two, but no, Alright. I don't think that it's the magician. I think it has to either be Spark Brushel or what's her face. And I can kind of justify both. I don't want to be wrong, and I can't ask someone to give me the answer. So we are stuck. This is going to be another hour and 45 minutes of listening to the cornered theme. Wait, did I get it right the first try? Did I just get it right? Or is this just going to be a really long loop of, no, you're wrong, get all the penalty and try again? Because that's a very long loop to go. Granted, not the first time Capcom has done this. But it looks like that is the correct answer. Who are you? Why is there a cow in my house? I'm concerned. I heard a noise and it sounded like a cow, but also like a human imitating a cow. Here, let me draw you a smiley face. Just gotta draw a smiley face every time you talk. It's like a huge waste of paper. There's gonna be... That's not a smiley face. That's kind of creepy. Did I win? I think I won. I won. This case is over now. No need to keep going. You know, it would be kind of nice to finish it today so that I can have a proper week, starting from Monday to Friday, to come up with some other stuff before I start up on Dual Destinies. I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do for that week, though. Probably return to Metroid. Don't really want to start a survival series on anything, so that's not really an option. Oh yeah, I need to test that out, but I don't really know what Cave Story is. I don't think I ever downloaded it or tested it at all, so I guess I'd be doing that this weekend. But don't you think that would take me more than a week to do? I don't really want to start something, then break off for another 2 or 3 weeks to do the next Ace Attorney game, and then forget where I left off. As is essentially why I killed every single series I was doing before I came back after a year. Evidence. Alright, so in essence, okay, well, if it won't take more than a week, and you have faith in that, then I might do Cave Story between Ace Attorney games. You know, the more I think about it, the less I understand why I'm taking a week between the games. There's not really a good reason for it. It's just suddenly I just for some reason decided, hey, as opposed to going from one Ace Attorney game to the next, I'm going to take a week-long break from it. And there legitimately is no reason for it, but still. Anyways, connecting this back up to the case 7 years ago, because this is clearly connected to the case 7 years ago. She forged the evidence. And we now know how she did, well, sort of, we know that she did it. And that she's capable of doing it. Rough sketches, that's the term. He made a smiley face. I still haven't quite figured out how it all fits together. Well, we can stop trying her for murder and turn around and try her for forging instead. That's illegal. I don't know if that came out sarcastically. It wasn't meant to. That is illegal. Don't forgify stuff. And especially don't sell forgified stuff. And yes, I know that's not the right word. It would be forged. But forgified sounds better. She answered. Alright, so we just need to not insult her. Oh no, I just figured out what he's going to try to do. Alright. So we know that she knows about the stamp. And we know that Drew Measham died to that stamp. He's going to try to make it seem... He's going to still try to prove that she killed him by having him use the poison stamp, which would be... murder by proxy? I think? Now that would make it her murder weapon. Whose fault would that go under? The person who sent the stamp or the person who made him use the stamp? I think it would fall under both. I don't know. Wait, did that say the read? Or red? Wait, did that mean like... red as in it had been read, or red as in it is the color red? Because I swear I saw a space between the E and the D, but I didn't see the A. Oh well, I think we get to see the title again. No, okay, I'm seeing things. I created things. I suppose I should press on all the statements, because apparently it's important that you press. Oh, but you have to remember to press in the right order. Another thing that pissed me off when looking up solutions to parts of Ace Attorney Trilogy, and it turns out that you press a statement, and then go back and press another statement. But if you press them out of order, nothing happens, so you have to make sure that you do it in the right order. But there's nothing to suggest to you that that is necessary, so yeah, fun stuff, Capcom.
Objection!
That is true. I have a feeling I know what this work is, and I have a feeling Phoenix. Why would Phoenix Wright want this to be the case? I don't know if Phoenix Wright actually knows. Well, he must know how this case is connected to his case 7 years ago. There's no way he doesn't know. So why would he want us to do this case? Why would he want this to be the test case? Isn't he essentially outing himself? What's the purpose? Evidence. Forged evidence.
Hold it!
Well, this doesn't help. Wait a minute. Alright, there's one pretty obvious flaw in my theory that this is all connected. And that is... if this is indeed the forged evidence... if this is related to the forged evidence that was used by Phoenix Wright, why would he poison the stamp? He's already breaking the law using forged evidence. But murder, I'm pretty sure he knows a lot better than... although I thought he knew better than to use forged evidence, so maybe it turns out he didn't use forged evidence. Wait. What if it's the poker case? Just recall that in the poker case... well, you did use... in the poker case, there was forged evidence. But it wasn't forged by Phoenix Wright. There was the attempt... alright, so not thinking about the case itself, but what happened to cause the case. Phoenix Wright was playing poker against someone who wanted to out him for cheating even though he didn't cheat, so they faked that he was cheating. What if it's a similar thing? What if that's exactly what happened 7 years prior? What if Phoenix Wright didn't actually forge the evidence? What if Clavier, who we know was the prosecutor on that case, what if he forged the evidence and then tried to make it seem like Phoenix Wright did it? That's my theory, and that's the only way that this makes sense, because there's no way that Phoenix Wright would forge evidence. And he hasn't denied it, but he also hasn't outright said that he did. maybe he did, I don't remember all the details, but he hasn't given a direct answer to did he forge the evidence. In fact, I think one of the times he said maybe I did, maybe I didn't. He makes it very difficult to determine what actually happened during that case. And it wouldn't make sense for Phoenix Wright to try to poison someone. Although he does he does give you forged evidence in the first trial, and then admits that it is forged. But I think there's a technicality there. I'm pretty sure that by evidence law, the card that you use to win the case is technically legal. Even if it was removed from the crime scene, you can prove that it's connected to the case, and so it becomes legal by evidence law rule 2. Let's try to phrase this. Alright. I don't know what a commemorative stamp is, but it sounds like it's something to commemorate something else. See how I did that? See what I did there? Literally just to find a word using pretty much the exact same word, so it proves nothing. In other words, I kind of understand what a commemorative stamp is. I think my question isn't really what is it, more of why does it exist, probably would be more accurate. What is the answer going to be? That's not an answer. Objection? That is objectionable? Makes sense. Wait, so was I just supposed to press every single statement? What, or was I just supposed to keep going? It was what? Okay. I kind of figured. Oh dear God. I knew it wouldn't be this simple. I knew. I should have known better. This entire time I focused on one thing, and one thing in particular. That case with Phoenix Wright 7 years prior. But I've ignored something that we knew, that we learned. Actually, I think previous case we learned it. Which is that the magicians, who I think are about the main magician we've met, and his relation to the case 7 years prior, with the death of someone. Well, no one died, they disappeared. Oh my God, it's all gonna tie together and make perfect sense by the end of it, and my brain is still going to hurt, and I still won't understand, but it'll make perfect sense. So, I forget there are actually 3 things going on. Phoenix Wright's case 7 years prior, the magician who is somehow related to all of this from 7 years ago, and this case right now. And all of them are going to be tied together somehow. And I bring all of this up because I have a piece of evidence. And it is an envelope that I have been told not to open. Yeah, I agree. Mr. Hat's just freaky. Objection! Okay, but I think it has to do with this statement. Is it this? I don't think it's that. Is it this? Wow, I'm good. I think I finally calmed down after an hour of screaming at the game because of a witness. What's the answer? What's the answer? What's the answer? Yes. Oh my god. I have a theory. I've been looking at this all wrong. Oh, stop calling me. This entire time I've been trying to think, why would Phoenix Wright? Why would Phoenix Wright himself forge evidence? And what if I've been thinking about it wrong this entire time? It's not, why did Phoenix Wright use forged evidence? It's, why did he have to? But don't think about it in such a way that he didn't have a choice so much as he didn't know. What if he didn't know? 7 years ago, a magician disappeared. Someone connected to Gramarye. Well, actually, it was one of the Gramaryes. What if the poison stamp, the letter, the entire job was not done by Phoenix Wright, but was done by, say, what's his face, the guy who disappeared 7 years ago and is now declared legally dead, or will be soon, I forget exactly which one. In which case, would he have been Phoenix Wright's client? And if so, was his disappearance done solely because he was worried he would be tied into the whole thing? Because the forged evidence was found, and he was worried that... Wonder. It could be. It's possible. Oh, don't you know? All of it is starting to make sense. I'm probably wrong. I'm almost usually wrong. I mean, I was right about one of the people who it was, but... I'm right. I've at least figured out how it all fits together. Gramarye was related to that case somehow. That case 7 years ago. And we're about to find out exactly how the case and the magician are tied together. And with that, I can determine how I need to modify my theory in order to come up with an accurate representation of what we may or may not find out at the end of this case. Because I know we're going to find out. We have to. It's too connected. Always with the unbecoming. I'm worried now. And now we know what the piece of evidence that was forged is. But the question is, who actually had it forged? Was it Wright? Was it the defendant? And there you go. Proof that it's tied together. Badgering the witness. Oh, come on! It's so obvious! I'm starting to figure out exactly what happened. Oh, come on! It's so obvious. Is her. Who asked? Well, I don't think it was Phoenix. But we're learning. Getting there. It was Kristoff, wasn't it? Oh, fuck. The devil? Dead? Acute poisoning, so 0.0001% or 0.0001 milligrams? Yes, so 0.0001 milligrams. Just under. Wow. No. Was I right when... There's no way I was right when I said that this was going to just be like 2 cases that are playing at the same time. I mean, they're not playing at the same time, but there's no way that the case just flips into an alternate case that I'm now going to have to learn all the rules about and everything. No! Hey, they actually changed the sprites for the younger people. Unlike in Investigations, when all the sprites looked the exact same and you couldn't tell that it was 10 years prior to the section you're currently playing. Oh my god, it really is going to flip me right back into the... It's going to put me right into the case 7 years prior. Wait, what? Why did it restart? But I was already on episode 4 Turnabout Succession. Oh my god, I really gotta stop coming up with these theories because they turn out half true. Does the game look brighter and more painful to look at to you, or is it just because we went from a dark background to a normal background? We actually have Ace Attorney Trilogy music! This is actually one of the songs from Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I don't remember the background looking like this. Hold on. So we have the crime photo. We have the Magnifi's autopsy report. Alright. Well, his name is Shady Enigmar. I also love that it's using the Ace Attorney 1 to 3 music. This is great. So, honestly, it does kind of just sound like my theory that I was given forged evidence by him. It makes the theory seem even more accurate, considering the fact that his name is Shady. Actually, it wasn't. Oh, hi, little girl. I wonder, hold on, I didn't pay attention to something. He's 40 years old. Yeah, I'm young. 7 years younger than I am in the present day version of Apollo Justice. Use of forged evidence. Alright. Confirmed. Phoenix Wright didn't use the evidence intentionally. He didn't know. Yeah, seriously. I think he's guilty. I don't like him. Till he was shot dead. Well, of course, he's obviously the suspect. He's the defendant. Actually, different sprites. And using the original music. I love it. Buzzkill. When you kill people with a razor? I don't know. Huh, Phoenix Wright knows who he is. Wow, he's good. Hair Attorney Wright. Doubling up on your, titles there, aren't you? I like that his attitude is actually different. You can really tell that this is like a different version of him. Alright. Capcom just redeemed the game. That line right there redeemed the entire game. I don't even care if he really shows up. I don't care if I cross-examine him. It's the fact that his name is even mentioned. That just redeemed this entire game and everything I've done. We've got Detective Gumshoe! Oh, I'm so happy. You have no idea how happy I am. It's not an Ace Attorney game until Detective Gumshoe comes in to screw everything up and do his job wrong. Now the question is, are we going to get a threat to cut his salary even lower? Because, well, that's pretty much also a requirement in every single one of the games. Great. Thanks to having watched the anime, I can only hear his speech as the voice from the anime, and the rest of them I don't really have a voice for. But Gumshoe, for whatever reason, that voice sticks in my head. Yes, always gotta. Aw, poor Gumshoe. I don't like this version of him. Alright, Gumshoe, let's have some fun! Oh my god, we've even got the original music! Oh my god, I'm fanboying so hard right now, I know, but oh my god, I love it! It's like having a new Phoenix Wright game, which we'll probably never have ever again. Just re-releases on later platforms. Oh, it's so happy. I love this. It's the original. I think this is actually Gumshoe's theme. Sort of like. I'm pretty sure this theme only plays during Gumshoe's first testimony. When he's giving the overview of the case. I'm pretty sure that's what this theme is specifically for that. I could be wrong, but that's the only time I can think of that this theme is used, is during Gumshoe's explanation of the entire thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I love that we're using the original stuff. Everything. objection that is objectionable. Them's the facts. That doesn't fit the voice for him, though. Really, Gumshoe? A malignant tumor. Come on, even I know this. Hey, look, even the judges come to— wow. Episode 4, the episode where the judge actually shows some understanding and intelligence versus his usual, I'm a stupid old guy who doesn't understand you modern peeps, man, stuff, things, I don't know. Hold on, I just want to double check something. Okay, yes, it is malignant tumor. We're not mixing up words. I can't think of what word we'd be mixing up, but I had a word mixed up there. I can't not laugh at that. Really, Capcom? You had to go there. That's 80s, right? Isn't that an 80s? No, maybe that's 90s. Hold on. I've got to do my research really quickly. Let's see. '90s? No. Oh my god, that's actually 60s. Wow! I actually didn't realize, and I don't think most people these days would actually realize that that reference is from a 60s song that was then covered in the 90s by Guns N' Roses. Wow. And covered by a couple of other people, I think, between that time frame. I think I saw one that was 80s, but the most common knowledge for the reference would have been 90s. Wow. Well, today I learned the song this is referencing was released in '65 for a 1973 movie. I didn't realize that it was done as part of a soundtrack for a movie, which makes releasing it in '65 not make a lot of sense, but the good old days. In case you didn't get the reference, it was a musical reference, but even Phoenix Wright didn't quite explain that it was a musical reference. I don't know. Maybe someone who didn't actually get the reference would have understood that it was a song reference based on the way that he says he didn't need to put it so lyrically, but that still seems kind of vague. But yes, I recognize it, and that's hilarious. It's not even a song I listen to, but I do know the song, as I know many songs. Granted, I know the song because it's used a couple of times in, I think it's used in Supernatural. Pretty sure that Supernatural uses it at least once, and that's how I recognize it. Oh great, so all the diseases. Objection! That small syringe is a piece of illegal evidence. You can't prove that it was real. Hey, we're finally having someone telling us how to think. Why did they have to? What's the reason for it? Seriously though, like, you couldn't wait 3 months. You had to kill him now. Millennials these days, am I right? That instant gratification can't just wait the 3 months to have someone die. They gotta kill them immediately. That is probably one of the worst things I've ever said. In terms of saying controversial and stupid things that could anger a lot of people and get me a lot of hate comments, but it's still funny. If you recognize that you shouldn't take everything I say seriously. Also, I did some research. Sort of, kind of, a tiny little bit. Minor research. And I've determined the device used to scan the paper in order to find the hidden stuff in the hidden stuff in the paintings, that technology doesn't exist. It's not possible. At least not with X-rays. You couldn't have an X-ray device that does that. It just... because that would be scanning layer by layer, and X-rays scan density. So I'm pretty sure that that device wouldn't work scientifically at all. The sort of device could exist, maybe, but not the way that it's described here. Even with the tiny X-rays, it's just not possible. I don't think you have enough control over an X-ray wave to be able to pull that, so just saying. I was right. I'm pretty sure I'm right when I said yesterday that that technology could not exist and does not exist. It's not that it could not exist, it's that it does not exist. Especially not in the form that it's presented in the game. Really? Oh dear. And that's what this is. Well, can we claim murder and not just assisted suicide? It's not murder if the victim says, "Kill me." And now we have the investigation sound. Theme. For when you do scientific investigations. Wait, I should probably actually read this. To my beloved student, Zach. To you I entrust the task of lowering my life's curtain. I'm on the 13th, 11:05 p.m. Already a gun, with which you will shoot, one shot. Square in the forehead. You cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. I don't know why I switch accents halfway through voicing things. It's just a fun little thing to do. That's why a lot of the YouTubers who I watch who do voices do that. Objection! That is objectionable. My god. Even the Ace Attorney 1 cross-examination theme. Oh, please tell me we're gonna get some great cornered songs. Oh, please tell me we're going to get the original cornered, because that would make me so happy. Huh. This is a very different Phoenix Wright from the last game. Like, even there's a very clear distinction between this Phoenix Wright and the Phoenix Wright from Trials and Tribulations, even if this is shortly after Trials and Tribulations. Oh, that's so great. I can't wait to hear Objection! Gotcha! You're not really ahead. God, I haven't heard this sound in way too long. Wait a minute. I can't... Oh, there it is. So, my options are shot something else, but I see it.
Objection!
Yes, I can. You shot something that looks awfully similar. Oh, it's so good. So good. There's a hole in its forehead.
Objection!
It's... I'm just gonna comment every time it plays another theme from Ace Attorney Trilogy. Oh, it's so good. Of course not. I guess he did follow the orders. Yes, that's a really good possibility.
Objection!
Objection. One shot. Objection! Alright. Good. Can I? I have an idea. I mean, it says one shot, but I'm gonna press and see what happens. Even if I die, must you mock me? Oh, this is upsetting. I pressed everything, right? No, I didn't. So I need to keep pressing, I think. I think I need to... I think I know what the next contradiction is. Do I get the murder weapon added to my court record? Damn. I was hoping I could get the, pistol. Why are you so certain? There we go! Alright. So, I'm sure that anyone watching this can figure out exactly what this means. Anyone who knows anything about magic tricks and stage performing would know that magic is typically done using sleight of hand and... I can't think of the word now. Misconception, I don't know. Tricking you into thinking you're seeing something that you're not actually seeing. And I can't remember the words for it. So, if you point a pistol at someone and pull the trigger, that bullet's going to go towards that person. Most of the time. Put it on a stage. It's on a stage in which your trick is firing a gun at someone and having it hit everything else. That would suggest one major point. That's a trick gun. It doesn't fire straight. And now, we've gotten to the whole point of what I'm going to prove. I think, my theory of what I might try to prove, which is, the gun doesn't shoot straight. Which is why there's a hole in the clown. And with this, I now have my contradiction. Phoenix. Great. I agree. The alternative is actually a point that they mentioned, which I guess also works. Actually, this is what I was originally out to prove, was that the I looked at the gun and I recognized that that is a special type of gun. It's an older style of gun, but it's probably newer, honestly. It's a style of gun that doesn't have a clip. Doesn't have it can't hold a magazine. It can hold up to one bullet. The instructions said one shot. The gun can only store one bullet. How could he have both shot the clown and the victim? It's not possible without a second bullet, which, still leaves some holes in my argument. What if he did actually... I mean, we can't prove which one he actually shot, and we can't prove that there wasn't a second bullet and probably extra gunpowder to load the thing.
Objection!
Phoenix Wright's objection! I mean, after all, we literally just said it only holds one bullet.
Objection!
It's the objection theme! It's one of my favorite themes, but I don't think it's even the second favorite. And obviously, Ace Attorney 1's cornered theme is my favorite.
Objection!
Oh wait! Damn it, how did I forget that? He couldn't have gotten the extra bullet. Because he didn't supply the gun. I love this song. I love most of the music from Ace Attorney 1 and 2 and 3. They're all good. They all have really good music. But 1 especially. Granted, they share a fair bit of soundtrack. Most of the sounds and songs and stuff are the same, but they change a couple things. Like Cornered and I think Objection. But I'm not entirely certain. I know that Cornered changes per game. So, I don't know what Cornered theme we're gonna get in this. Wait, really? I thought they reused some of the passive music. And yes, I'm calling it passive music, even though all music is passive. They used the same Oh, okay. Shows how much time I... See, what's funny is that every time I played Ace Attorney, I had the sound on. And if I wasn't able to listen to the sound through the speakers, I'd put in my singular earbud and listen to it. So you'd think I would have noticed. Did the detention center theme stay the same? Because I feel like the detention center theme stayed the same. Investigation themes changed. Cornered and Objection changed each game. Character-specific themes... It did change? Huh. I think character themes stayed the same, though. So if a character reappeared and had their own special theme, that would have stayed the same. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I was right! Two. Why were there two, though? I mean, I'm sure there's plenty he could tell me. But, you know. Is that good? Oh, weird. And this isn't important to the case because... God, this guy. Did the court theme change? Like, the general court theme, did that actually change between the games? Because I don't remember that. And all of this sounds like Ace Attorney 1. Which kind of makes sense from the idea that Rise from the Ashes... Really? Wow. Rise from the Ashes used the Ace Attorney 1 themes. And that came out. That's what I figured. I only remember the Ace Attorney 1 music, and that's weird because I played 2 and 3. And you'd think I'd remember those better. I guess it kind of makes sense that you'd use this though, because Rise from the Ashes was released before, as like the prequel to this. So I guess that sort of ties everything together in a way. I'm not sure. Alright, so now that we have confirmation that this is the Ace Attorney 1 music, which kind of figured it was because for whatever reason that's the one game whose music I actually remember most of. Again, probably because it's my favorite music. And that's probably due to nostalgia reasons, since it was the first Ace Attorney game I played. And I did play it twice. But with that confirmation, I think I can say with certainty We're gonna get my favorite corner theme. Objection! No, no objection. And now we have his theme. Or is this Trucy's? Yeah, Trucy's theme. Do they share a theme? No. This is Trucy's theme, I'm pretty sure. Because his theme was different. And I accidentally hit my mic again. Can't wait to get a self-standing. Oh god, no. So... okay. $11 to $11:30. It could have been him. Always. The autopsy reports always have a 30-minute time frame. I guess we just aren't very accurate these days. Hold it! I'm so used to, like, knowing exactly when I would hit the press button in the theme that I actually timed that perfectly to how I would be playing on my own. And I saw this coming from whatever the distance would be correlating to the time that he was brought up onto the stand, and it was revealed that he had the exact same card. What if it was a suicide? I like him a lot better like this. He looks a lot better. I didn't get the timing right. Oh my god, I have 2 of them! And obviously, this is going to be of extreme importance that I recognize both of them, and there's going to be some time frame that someone's going to slip up on, and I'm going to have to present the right one that shows the wrong time frame. I mean, he did literally just reveal his magic. Stunt doubles, that's the solution to everything. It's forbidden for anyone to have a good imagination. My forbidden imagination. He has the will of a bent steel bar. That's my determination. And yes, I do mind if you continue. Point out your... Point out where your objection is, although I noticed something. I think I see where we're going with this. Quite important. Can it be? Wait a minute. Oh my god, I know exactly how this is going to go. With this piece of evidence, which is the forged piece of evidence as we know, we can prove that Magnifi wasn't killed at 11:05 because he wrote this. And that means this was written at 11:10 or sometime between 11:10 and 11:20, in which case Valent killed him, which leads to a very important question of why Valent isn't dead himself for murder. Oh, that's not the contradiction? Darn, I'm sad now. I see what's faulty, but then I also have more knowledge than the rest of the court does. Are we going to have another one of these? Yep. Maybe it's the location. I don't think so.
Hold it!
Oops. I meant to press on the previous one. I don't see it, so...
Hold it!
Is it the bullet? Wait, so it really was this line. I just don't know what to present. We've had another issue where it's so not obvious. No, the bullet's not important. It just happens to be the bullet that presents something on which line? The line that I have added right now? The one that I'm looking at? Wait a minute.
Objection!
I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. How did I miss that? How did I miss the fact that Phoenix Wright outright states that he admitted to shooting him? Yep. I can't believe I missed this. So where's the illegal evidence? I don't see why we needed illegal evidence.
Objection! Objection!
Oh, I'm upset. Would you hold me to would you a mistake I made in my youth, which I am still in my youth, but you know, would you hold me to that? And I mean, he's not wrong. He is young. Hey, the judge gets it. Nice pun there. That was really good.
Objection!
And we have an objection. And he's hitting a wall. You know, he's the only prosecutor with a normal name. At least with a normal last name. You know, you have Edgeworth, Von Karma, and Godot. And he's the only one with a normal name. Kevin. This is so weird. You only have time to get through one more testimony. Here's what doesn't make sense. Why would you shoot the clown if he's already been shot? Why would you fire a gun anyways if he's already dead? Why would you fire the gun and not kill someone? None of this case makes sense. Alright. So if the defendant, alright, so he goes in, he picks up a gun and he shoots the clown. But why? Obviously that would wake up the victim and he'd know that he didn't get shot. But if Valent went in and the victim had already been shot, why would you pick up the gun and shoot the clown? You're no longer obligated to fire the round. What's he gonna do? He's already dead. I mean, none of this makes sense. This case in particular is senseless. That is a ripoff. But it always results in a penalty. You've literally just told me that I'm going to be penalized for being wrong when I'm always penalized for being wrong. So nothing has changed here, thanks for that. Unless I was never told that I was no longer being penalized for making mistakes, in which case it would have been nice to know that I could have just done whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, and not gotten a guilty verdict. But I don't think that's how the game works. Just gonna stick with redundancy. I don't think it's time to reveal the notebook page. I don't think it's time yet. So, I guess I'm gonna start pressing. Can you prove that's when you arrived? Wait, really? Is there a contradiction? Is there not a problem? If I say not a problem, do I get in trouble? Is it time to use this? Haha! We got some classic. Aw, it didn't even give me a chance to present evidence. Can I just press you? I need to press a statement. Okay, well, I've been pressing statements. I pressed a statement and reached a point where I was like, is there a contradiction here? But there's no reason to! Hey, I didn't get in trouble for that. I can just imagine that. So, pretty much pressing every single statement is just going to get me the same thing. Ah. Uh. Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't really know what to do from here, but yeah. I don't think there's a contradiction. I mean, it's green. It's green. Do I just say this is a contradiction? Nope. Oh, good.
Take that!
Wait, this is the contradiction? Wouldn't it be this?
Take that!
Yes. The entire basis of my case is the fact that the IV liquid is actually green and not yellow. Because the IV liquid is green, and Mr. Grammary is saying that it is yellow, that means my defendant, my client, is not guilty of murder. Thank you. The end. And that is how everyone won. Yay! The end. Wait a minute. How close am I to the end? Am I actually not going to have enough to finish Monday? Do I have to continue today? I don't really have the time to continue today. I don't have a plan for what to do once I finish this on Monday. Okay. Is that the end of the game or just this particular part of episode 4? Ah. How much is left in whole? Do you think I have another 3 hours? I don't think I have another 3 hours. Whoa! Just summon birds and rabbits. And... Wait, really? You think I'll get through Tuesday? God.
Objection!
Is this case really that long to take 6 hours? Well, actually probably closer to 4 to 5 hours because it's always at like the 2 hour mark or the 1 hour 30 or the 1 hour mark when I'm just like, well, guess I'm starting the next case. Wait, no, I think it's been 2 hours 30 minutes, fairly standard between all of them. So, I mean, it's not terrible. Alright. And as punishment for this clear contradiction, I bequeath a boot to that.
Objection!
This contradiction is clearly the most important part of the case. I mean, it does. I know this music too well. Oh no! Really? Oh, God. Oh. Oh! Of course, the liquid might be yellow. But he wouldn't know that. And then I realized I don't have a theme song that just starts playing whenever I make some sort of statement like that. So that wasn't as intense as I expected. Grave, as in the weird symbol that I have on my keyboard? times like this when I wish I had a face cam, that sudden, like, just look of super excitement and happiness. I'm ending here. We're stopping here. I have 20 seconds left. And I'm so, oh my god. I don't really want to get past the 3 hours. I'm already late doing things, so. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Gonna ruin this by hitting the save button. Then we're just gonna have this playing. Oh, it's so good! Alright, so thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you have, I don't know, leave a like, comment down below. No spoilers. As usual, I stream every weekday, which means I won't be streaming the next 2 days. But every weekday, from 13 to 16 Eastern Standard Time, youtube.com/ I don't remember, Multidark Samuses. I'm somewhere on YouTube. Twitch.tv/ Multidark Samuses. Important links in the description below. And also, all VODs are available on YouTube immediately after the stream, and VODs are available on Twitch for some random number of time. I can't ever remember the actual values. I'm going to say one thing here, though. Something has bothered me, and it only started bothering me right before this stream, when I had a huge realization. I have spent so long trying to come up with an outro. An actual outro, something that I can just end the stream on and feel good. And I can't believe I missed the most obvious thing ever. I mean, hell, my username is Multidark Samuses. was a primarily Metroid-based channel. Granted, that was never the intention. The intention was to be Minecraft, Metroid, and maybe some other stuff, but for the most part, I'm a Metroid-based channel. At least in terms of theme, I'm very Metroid-themed. So how did I miss the most obvious outro ever? And that is why, starting today, and hopefully I'll remember this, I will have a new outro. See you next mission.